We know that Aaron Rodgers can rely on Devontae Adams, but who's the number two wide receiver in fantasy football for the Green Bay Packers? We're going to talk about that with SI fantasy analyst Michael Fabiano and the editor of Packers Central, Bill Huber. Bill, I'm going to start with you. Listen, fantasy football managers, we know that Devontae Adams is a stud, but who's going to emerge as the Packers' number two wide receiver this year?
Yeah, that's going to be Allen Lazard. He emerged as that guy last year. It's interesting. He didn't make the roster last year, and for the first 5 3/4 games, he sat on the bench. Green Bay Week 6 against Detroit, they're losing, and Aaron Rodgers goes to the receivers coach and says, "Hey, can 13 play?" And 13 is Allen Lazard. Lazard ends up saving the day, ends up being one of their key weapons. If you look at his stats, if you put him over 16 games, he catches 51 passes, and even though he barely played at all those first 6 games, he was still second among the wide receivers in third down conversion. So it's Allen Lazard far and away number two.
Fabs, is this a situation that you're trying to target Lazard as maybe a late round sleeper, or are you just staying away knowing that there's kind of limited opportunities in this Packers passing attack?
I think anybody who's catching passes from Aaron Rodgers is going to have some level of fantasy value. And considering that Lazard came in last year, didn't start game till week 6, ended up, second among Packers wide receivers in catches. He was second in receiving yards. He was second in touchdown catches. Green Bay didn't do anything in the offseason except for sign Devin Funchess, and he opted out. So Lazard's got a clear path to targets there. I get it. Green Bay's running the ball more often than they were in the past. Aaron Rodgers was not nearly as efficient or effective from a fantasy perspective, but he's still Aaron Rodgers, and the targets are going to be there. Right now, Lazard's coming off the board as the wide receiver 58 in the Fantasy Football World Championships in terms of their ADP data. So at that point, guys, I am very comfortable taking Lazard as a wide receiver 5 with a guy who's got some upside and certainly a pretty decent ceiling.
Great insight from both Fabiano and Mr. Huber. We appreciate that, fellas. You can find out where we have Allen Lazard ranked on our award-winning custom cheat sheets by becoming a member of SI Fantasy Plus. Just head on over si.com/fantasy. Activate that membership today.